Hi and welcome to my slip stitch catch up. Since the last one, so much has happened and I have hosted my first yarn retreat, which was fabulous, down in near beautiful Tiverton, in the middle of nowhere, rolling hills all around, a lovely cottage we stayed in with a hot tub, which just added to the luxury. We had a lovely weekend of knitting and crocheting, seeing alpacas, going to Timeless yarn shop in Tiverton, which was just an amazing knitters, yarn addicts paradise. I think we all just wanted to take everything home. It's the most beautiful place. So a lot of my time has been spent in the lead up to that, planning and designing things, a couple of patterns for that. So I had a knitting pattern and a crochet pattern. So yeah, loads of my time has been doing that. So yes, loads of time being done doing that. And then also been doing lots of other designing. Etty asked me for a pumpkin cushion. So I used Starcraft Squeeze Me yarn, which is so scrubby. I made her this pumpkin. I don't know if you can sort of work out the size of it compared to my mug. So it's quite a big size pumpkin, and that is just one ball of Squeeze Me yarn and a little bit of oddments of brown for the top of it. I might one day write the pattern up, ready for next autumn. But yeah, it goes a really long way. So yes, I've crocheted her that. I've also been getting ready for Christmas. So as always, I'm doing my knitting and crochet club in Melbourne on 16th of November, and normally we use a variety of patterns people can choose from, and we do Christmas afternoon tea. This year I decided I was going to design them all myself, and that whatever was the knitting design would also be the equivalent in crochet. Sorry, had to run off because I couldn't find one of the patterns, one of the designs, because a small fluffy creature, Snugglebean, decided to take it for a little walk. But, so, first of all, we have knitted and crocheted cups of hot chocolate. So this, yeah, just a very small little pattern. Not a little pattern, because there's quite a bit to it. You've got knitting in around and stuff. But yeah, hot chocolates, and then you can hang a little hanger and hang them on the Christmas tree. So I love these. They've been used for lots of role play with Etty. I might get to hang mine on my Christmas tree, or I might find that they just spend all of Christmas in her Teddy's cafe. Gingerbread houses. Again, I haven't put my hangers on these yet, but we have a knitted gingerbread house and a crochet gingerbread house, which people can make. And I will release the patterns for these after Knitting and Crochet Club. And I'm sure other people's embroidery would be much better than mine. Yes, we've got those. And then a little bit of colour work. Whoop. I'm going to tangle. A little bit of colour work for some boo-boos. The green one's the crocheted one and the red one's the knitted one. And there's a possibility I might do another pattern, but at the moment, these are the ones we're going to be using in our knitting and crochet club for Christmas club, and I'll release them after we've done them in there. So yeah, I've been doing all that. I'm still, and I'm not going to show you it because it's over there in a bit of a tangle, but I'm still knitting my mum's Nard Oak cardigan. Actually, I'll go and grab it so you can see how far I've got for accountability. So, last time I think we spoke, which I know was ages ago, but I was on the body and I said to you how I had knitted it this time last year, picked it up, realised I was like up to the armpits, but it was, fit Mum and Etty into it. So I unpicked it all and I've re-knitted it. I've lost the label, so I can't possibly tell you what yarn I'm using, except that I bought it from the Lace Knittery. Anyway, I've got the body done up to the armpits. I have a sleeve, and I'm on the second sleeve, and I'm nearly finished this second sleeve. And then I join it in the round and do the decreasing and the yoke, which has got the pattern on it. This is the Gnarled Oak cardigan, and it's by Never Not Knitting, and I love it. And I have a version in blue, and I think that's why I'm struggling to get the second one done, Mum's one done, because I'm not really very keen on knitting things twice. I want to go and do something else. And the first one I knitted when I could, when I had my eye surgery. So I literally was laying on my side for 2 weeks. And I could lay there and just knit and purl. Now there's so much other stuff I want to be doing in my life. I don't want to be knitting and purling. And also the yarn is, it's a bit slubby, and it's a pure wool, but it's a bit slubby, and it's quite a dense yarn. I find it quite tricky to knit with. It doesn't flow as well as some. So I'm loving it, and I love the texture, and I love how it comes out. I'm just finding it a bit harder to knit with than other yarns. So yeah, all of that is what's making it slow work. Maybe I'll get it done for her for Christmas. I don't want to give myself a deadline though, because then I'll go off it. So yeah, but anyway, progress made on that. When we were on retreat, I also started knitting this cardigan for Etty, which is being done in, I'll add it on when I edit the video because I can't remember what I'm using, but it's an acrylic base. It's nothing fancy, but it's lovely and smooth, particularly for a child who likes to tell me things itch. I love this. It's top-down cardigan, and it's got this lovely little stitch pattern. Don't look too closely. I might have had a glass or two of Prosecco and missed a couple of the rows of garter there, but never mind. No one's really going to know. So yeah, this is the Sorgenfri. I probably pronounced it wrong. I'll put it in the captions. The Sorgenfri Jacket in mini size. It's top down. It's by Guri Pedersen. So it's top down. I'm just about to split for the armholes and continue down. So yeah, I've been working on that, and that's one ball, which I think is pretty good going. So I think it would take about 3 balls. What else? Oh, when we went on retreat, we also went to Alpaca UK and met our alpacas, who were just gorgeous. They have 103, I want to say, alpacas. They breed them, but also, as well as breeding them for other people, they also collect their fleece. And Rachel and Chaz, who run Alpaca UK, and it's just them two, work so hard. They get fleeces from all around the country from different alpaca farmers, and they grade every individual fleece. When we went in their store barn, it was full of alpaca fleeces, and Rachel goes through every single one, grades it. If it isn't good enough quality for spinning into a fibre, they then, the ones which aren't good enough quality, go into bedding. So if you've got an alpaca duvet or pillow, it's quite likely it probably has come from Alpaca UK. And then they were telling us all about the process of getting it spun. It's incredible, really. And then they showed us the finished project, and we might have been tempted for some fibre, well, yarn. So these are mine that I bought. It's the ply. This one is called Saxifrage, and this one is Sea Pink. They work beautifully together, and I have visions of a cowl, sort of in both. It's an idea in my head. I'll get around to it at some point. Turning it into reality. Yeah, they're just so soft and squidgy. It's just lovely. So yes, I purchased those. What else? Oh yes, my blanket. Have I shown you this before? I'm not sure. I think I've talked about it, possibly shown it to you. So it's got quite big. I did neglect it for quite a long time over the summer. It's going to be double bed size, which it's not at the moment. I'm currently debating whether to, I think I'll put another a few rounds on. And I'm making these squares, which I'm then going to go all the way around them. So this is how far I've got on those. I've got to make, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be 28 or 24 at the moment. Depends on the size of the blanket, really. But I've been working on those, and I'm trying to make myself do a little bit each night. And I don't know why I say make myself, because I absolutely love doing it. I just didn't do it for a while because of loads of other things. So yeah, I'm working on this, and at some point I will have finished it and I'll show it on my bed. So yeah, that's sort of what I've been working on. Sure, I've probably done some other bits which I can't remember. So I've been doing lots of bits for our membership. So every month I get a knitting and a crochet tutorial. So I'm just going to record their knitting one to upload for this October. And I did the crochet one earlier in the month. Oh, that was it. And they were making little pumpkins, which you can embroider on things, or I'm going to hang mine as bunting. Let's ignore the fact it's Halloween today and I haven't finished making enough for bunting. I will do it. So, you know, autumn's all the way through. It doesn't have to be for Halloween, do they? I'll get them done. Yeah, they've been getting their membership gifts each month. And if they don't want a gift, they get one to one time. So, yeah, I've been working on that. I've also started planning and filming some videos for, so you can buy some online classes. So yeah, I hope to get them released soon. Oh, and I'm going to a craft fair for the first time in absolutely years. Used to do, that's how I started, was at craft fairs. Haven't done any for years. So this one's in Gillingham. The lovely ladies have run it for years. It's got a really good reputation. So I decided to take with me kits, so you can crochet some of my patterns or knit some of my patterns. I have till the 20 something to get that organised, 24, which is just as well because I haven't done any of the work for it yet. That must be on my list to sort next week. Get started, all of the yarn we need. Anyway, so there you go. That's my to-do list, isn't it, really? Oh, that's about it. Oh, yeah. So, I'd love to see what you've been making. Do share some of your makes with me. And lovely chatting to you all and catching up. And I will catch up with you soon. Don't like to say when because, you know, life happens and stuff happens and I might not have done any knitting or crocheting and have nothing to share with you. And you don't want me just wittering at you with nothing to share. So I like to wait till I've got some things to show you. And on that note, have a lovely rest of your weekend. We're on half term, so if you're on half term, have a lovely rest of your half term. And I'll catch up with you all soon. Bye.